Thank you, Tun. Just two questions. Firstly, in your time in government, obviously you were presiding over the commanding heights of the economy. Would like your opinion, Tun, on looking at Malaysian companies today, many of whom, many of whom, essentially grew during your time. Why is it that some companies, we can name some like maybe CIMB or Maybank, have actually, successful at home and actually gone regional? So they were Jago Kampung, but they've gone, beyond. And there are some other companies, I hate to say it, but maybe Proton Nakata, which had huge potential at the start, but somehow hasn't fulfilled its potential. From your own experience, would you be able to share with us your thoughts on why some companies have grown and why some haven't? That's my first question. And second, maybe it's on a punching lah, but if the head of the new Economic Advisory Council, Tan Sri Amisham, is just announced as head of the council, if he was to solicit your advice, Tun, on what the new economic model for the country should be and how we should progress there, would you be inclined to share your thoughts, and what would those thoughts be? Thank you.
We'll answer the second question. I'm prepared to advise you for a fee. I'm a businessman now. Now let's take Proton. How Proton started. This is the history of Proton. Most of you do not know. The one who started to do Proton was an Iraqi. He came to see Dr. Mahathir with his idea. He said, I want to invest in this company. That's that. So Dr. Mahathir was very impressed with it. Of course, after he put his idea into Dr. Mahathir, he disappeared. It was typical of Arab. They never put their money. They expect you to put your money. But Dr. Mahathir was caught. Then of course he said, okay, let's start a bit. And at that time, for the best you had been Toyota, but who wanted to come Toyota over? Managed to get this. But the agreement was one-sided. You go and study the agreement. We cannot export the cars. If you want to export, there's a commission to be paid. So Dr. Mahathir was very upset because recession came, we couldn't sell. We were supposed to, projection was, I can remember how the 80 units a car or something. We managed to sell maybe less than 20, maybe 12. And the price at that time was supposed to be 18,000. Everybody was happy. 18,000 was, everybody can afford. So we sent it to Japan to negotiate. So I went with the late Daim Zainuddin. I won't mention another name, not fair than it. So I was presenting government. You won't believe it, Proton was against me. They were siding the Japanese. So I told Dr. Mahathir, what's happening? On which side are we, I'm trying to negotiate with the Japanese to say, look, the agreement is one-sided. No, we want to export. So we had the Americans who came here, was ready to export. They said it's going to be left and right. And the muffler has to be changed. At that time, I learned a bit of a car, but now I do not know cars. So muffler has to be changed, all kind of things. And we're ready. But the Japanese said no. Because to succeed, you need the American market then. That's why Hyundai is successful. When they started, they started just a few years before us, you see, in the case of Hyundai. And when they started, they also didn't do well. And then you have to know the market. So the first market has got to be America. Number two, Europe. You have to go to this market. And Dr. Mahathir knew this. He said, and who am I to go and negotiate when the agreement is one-sided? How do you want to redo all this thing? And that was tough. That's why I think today, Proton find difficult. Now I was in Africa recently. That's our nature. They say, look, we can sell your Wajah and Gen 2. The Gen 2 is coming. I said, why did you come and assemble here? I'm sure I said you have written off, for Wajah, the investment in Wajah. But Proton is not interested. So you don't ask me. You ask Proton. Anyway, I think there are ways to overcome the problem. Are those who are in charge prepared to listen to other people's views? So at the end, it's public. The money belongs to public. Let's make money back for the public. Don't think it's your company, because they don't mind, because it's not their money. If it's your money, you say, hey, I cannot afford to lose because I'm going to be bankrupt. The bank will come after me, I cannot sleep. But it's government's money, it doesn't matter. The government always keep on pumping. If you look at the history of the government companies, when I took over, there were more than 1,000 government companies. And I think 80% were making losses. So also there was a KPI, they have a KPI. I hope it works. It should work for the company, should work for the business. Let's see how it works. But this is the problem with the government companies. So that's the problem with the government companies. I suppose if they allow discussion by the public, sit down and say, what do we do with Procom? Let among you all come up with ideas. And say, how do you make sure that Procom become a success? Ini bila kita nak have a partner also check. What's wrong if if the partner comes in, even you have 30%, if you make a lot of money, so what? Why are you worried about that? The whole idea of the business is to make money. If you lose, holding 100%, what for? You lose 100%. So as long as I think we have common sense, inshallah we will succeed. So you have to advise the government, not me. Don't talk to the government. Okay, thank you.
Good evening, Tun. My name is Chen Chao from Job Street. Tun, if you were to turn back your clock back to 40 years ago, what would you do differently?
What would I do differently? I'll probably sleep now. The standard answer is, I'll do the same thing. And people will say, I'm not changed. No, if you look back 40 years ago, that was 1960, then? 1960, 1969. And then there was a riot, no, 69. We try to stop the riot. 67, the Malays were not happy with Pasal Kebangsaan. So, now looking back, it was an easier time. Here, there is racial polarization now, whether you believe it or not, you accept it or not. Those days, Malaysians were more at home, more friendly. We spend time with each other, we joke about ourselves. Every Saturday night I go out with my partners or get drunk, Nobody cares. You come back in the morning, nobody knows. But now, you find the Malays one side, the Chinese one side, the Indians one side, everybody criticize each other as if there's nothing common in us. Surely we have a lot more in common. To sit down. We can sit down here and talk. Why can't we? The problem, let's discuss. There's no problem that cannot be resolved. Provided there's justice at the end of the day. So, looking back, I would prefer before 1969. And that period I would not change. I enjoyed my life that period. Although it was tough for me, I was struggling, but there was peace, there was understanding, people were happy, to say, look, we just achieved independence, let's build up this country together. I suppose what has happened, we have been successful, and everybody takes things for granted, Everybody thinks, look, why is that you have more or why I have less? All of us can have more, provided we are prepared to work hard. Give our best, and we will achieve it. That's, I hope, is what will happen.